Let's go! Welcome to the show. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me, cause it's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. Let's get the topic straight. Let's get things good. Let's do everything that we should. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's get the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project.
Thank you.
You're sacrificing the mothers for the children.
On the steps of the nation's highest court,
Roe v. Wade has got to go!
the nation's most divisive issue laid bare. After the bombshell leak of a draft opinion showing that 5 conservative Supreme Court justices appear poised to strike down Roe v. Wade, the nearly 50-year-old landmark decision that protected a woman's right to access abortion. If Roe is overturned, 26 states are certain or likely to ban or severely restrict access to abortion.
And here we go.
Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is your boy Tate for Project Open Mic. I hope you guys are doing very well. We're going to have a very interesting talk tonight, that's for sure. You know, if ands about that, we're going to have that. So, as I play that little clip there in front, just to, you know, show the conversation we're going to have. Yeah, it's going to be a little crazy. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys will settle into what we're going to be talking about, of course. And again, I would like to see you guys have, you can put your comments in the section because I'm going to be reading through this tonight. I don't want it to be a long show. I wanted to start earlier, but the computer. Again, updates and updates just to run these things. But let's not dilly-dally, enough waffling. So tonight, I want to put out a disclaimer to make people understand some things for me. Because we're going to talk about Roe versus Wade. Now, I didn't have the link in the description because of my bad. But go back to Project Open Mic episode 15. I talked about it back then. I named it differently because the name of the show was The Truth. I think we had it is yes. The Truth in Plain Sight. That's what this episode was. Episode 15 on Project Open Mic. You can check it on youtube.com, Project Open Mic, and you can check us out there. I'll play clips for that because it's gonna basically going to be overdoing the same things. It's like, why even bother? So, but I am gonna play certain things out there. Like I said, as a disclaimer, let me put this out here. Me, okay. To be honest with you, I lean towards pro-choice or pro-life, okay? But I really do not care to a degree. If you want to go and abort your child, go right ahead and abort your child. That's not me saying that. That's if you want to do that. That's if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. That's all cool. Because I'm not asking for your sin, and you ain't answering for my sin. I think it's a sin. You go ahead and do that. But I'm not gonna shout from the top, you know, give my throat all hoarse and stuff and shout and say that this is bad, whatever. If you want to do it, you go do it. My biggest issue is I don't want you to spend my taxpayer money to Planned Parenthood, which we'll talk about, and to go have these abortions. Now, that's the difference between me. I don't care. You want to do that. And then for the sicko people who say, "Oh, this is a form of book control," you guys are sick and mentally disturbed. You need mental help. Please seek it, because you're crazy. It's not a birth control. That is just horrible to think that. But you're gonna hear some horrible stuff from certain people because again, I have to bring it back up so people can understand this. We're gonna bring in Ruth Gator Binsberg, who I played in a clip. I can see you go to that video, listen more, but who I played, Ruth Bader Ginsburg herself said that Roe v. Wade should have been overturned. She herself says that. But again, I have no problem with that. Now, I'm telling you this right now, it's kind of annoying to me. Is again, like people saying that this is a form of birth control. It's funny how that works. How about you don't have unprotected sex? Okay. Hell, there's a story I just watched where a man found out because a woman, again, social media is horrible in most cases, and they put this stuff out there. So basically, they were living together. She poked holes in his condom, and again, and of course, the child, had a child, even though he was being careful. And I'll say this to many other guys and ladies too. I know there are men who do this. Guys, if guys out there who do this, y'all scumbags, and y'all should go to jail. Or you child support beyond it, whatever. If you did that disgustable thing to get a woman pregnant, but there's more women doing that than men. So let's not even play those kind of games. So that again, but I'll just call out both sides, whatever, on that. Another thing that's kind of this is crazy is, like I said, all men have is abstinent and a condom. For enough, abstinence is getting more and more and more because a lot of people, the statistics just came out. There are more males that are virgins than females. So that means the women are getting more promiscuous while the guys are not having more sex. So who you gonna blame on the child problem? Oh, and of course you have men who go in their own way. Again, I understand why it's there. I'm not going to, say I don't agree with it fully, but I do understand about it, and that's also contributing to a lot of the women who are like, there's no good men out there. Yeah, because they don't want to play ball with you crazy people. Some of y'all, well, some crazy women, not all, but you know what I mean. But I'm generalizing for generalizing's sake, just so we could get through some of these topics. I'm just trying to get a little set up in here. Another thing that killed me is people talking about, oh, this is a reproductive rights. If I know the definition, is reproduce means to duplicate, to produce. This is not reproductive rights because you subtracting something away, which is crazy. And we're going to talk about a situation what happened with this student. She the student looked for was going to argue with this lady who was stating about stuff like this, and hey, we're going to find out more and more of how a lot of people don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, again, a lot of stuff being sent at this time to me about the situation. So, okay. We are going to have okay, getting back into the conversation. This is why I don't like to do the chats like this. We have about 10,000 people already in the building. Thank you all giving my time, your ears, and everything. So I want to talk about also that, man, your seed is very important. That's why you gotta protect it. That's why, like I said, like I said with the lady who was doing what she did to that guy. I've never had unprotected sex because I want to make sure with the right person. And two, when it comes time to ejaculate, let's be a grown adults here. I Even when I know I have a condom on, I still make sure in case the condom has ever broken or never. I never have ejaculated with a condom inside a woman because I don't want to take no chances. And that's what guys, you need to know how to learn how to use a condom. Now, women, you guys have 30 different flavors of birth control. And abortion is not is just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But you have all kind of for you have from in vitro, from injections to you know to female condoms to stuff you insert you to all kind of stuff, the pills. You have all kind of stuff you have to do to have a child. And I like how, again, just like how people say about the reproductive rights and all that stuff like that. Like, okay, here's the thing: a man has a child, he's on child support for the rest of his until his child is 18 and all that stuff. And again, I'm not protecting deadbeat dads. Okay, let's put that out of the conversation. But if a woman wants to give up a child, she can give it up for adoption. She can also give it to a fire station, or a police station, and abandon the kid there, child, if they don't feel to take care of the kid. Now, a lot of people, like I said, don't understand that Roe v. Wade is about a privacy. It really was not really about abortion, which I'll play the clips, you'll hear it. And also, the person who was Roe, who was the person that was used that the law should be stricter because it was on a falsehood. And again, I proved that, so we're gonna go back through this again. But another thing is, too, a lot of people don't never understand how abortion is really, like what they gotta do to do it, which is also bad. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find. I'm trying to find a video, actual video I could use in this. I was trying to go more than usual, but let's see if we find this. Okay, yep. Okay, so I did find the video. So I want to add this to stuff that we got to talk about. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna be hearing some crazy stuff, right? Just straight up stuff that make you think, what the heck's going on?
When was the last time?
Of course, commercials. So, first of all, oh yeah, we gotta talk about the left acting a straight up fool. That's what we need to talk about as well too. Cause then you guys are getting way more nuts. Not liberals, not liberals, and again, not most Democrats. I'll give you that. But some of y'all are straight up nut jobs. Left wings. Y'all talking about stuff. Okay. So let's start off with this. Let's ask some young women about abortion and what and then what they talking about. Make sure I have the right.
What are your thoughts about abortion?
I think that the women should have the right to choose what they do with their bodies, and anything beyond that is it's restricting. It's oppressive to have someone think that they can dictate what everyone or what a species or a woman can do in a certain situation. Like if someone's gets raped or and they.
And come to find out, you can go check this out. You can Google this. 1.5% of women is raped with that use abortion because of that. And I sympathize with women like that. I also sympathize with women who has a kind of a pregnancy that's unattained and very destructive to the baby or to the host, which is the mother. And women, funny enough, now, oh yeah, I forgot about, now we're talking about women. We ain't talking about birthing people, freaking crazy ass people. We're talking about women in this situation. Again, it's funny how everybody's using my they know I'm doing a show and they're talking. Now they think of me. Now we're up to like 23,450 people. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I apologize. I'm professional. But my point of saying is that yes, now we're talking about women in that regard. And again, these are the same. It's funny. We wouldn't get to abortion if you got, you made a big thing to have free birth care, all this stuff, birth control, everything. Okay. And I've always said when President Obama was trying to pass that, I always said there was a problem because I said something like this could kill you. Something like this, having a child could kill you. Something a child could change. It basically is a life-changing thing. If you didn't care to protect yourself because of a life-changing thing, you ain't gonna care if it's free or not, because you just don't care. It's just like if you give somebody who is full, hey, here's free food, they don't care because they never cared for the food in the first place. So, in that regard of saying this, you've wanted, remember, most of the people who most of y'all voted for is men anyway. So it's kind of weird for men to tell a woman what to do with their body. Okay, you voted for them and then you asked for them same men to give you free birth control. Make that make sense. But again, I have no problem. You have the right to do that. It's mostly the logical arguments I'm talking about right now. But let's see what happened with, of course, up there. If somebody gets raped, it's 1.5%. Yes, and incest is basically kind of rape anyway. So yes, 1.5%.
End up pregnant, they should have the right to terminate that pregnancy because it wasn't voluntary.
And I agree
so
with
to take
that.
away those types of rights and to overlook those types
That
of situations,
right.
it's like, what kind of world are we living in?
I have to second that 110%. I think as women, we shouldn't be having any sort of person tell us what we cannot do with our own bodies.
Okay, then. So you should not tell me what to do with my damn wallet. Tell that to the child courts.
What are your thoughts about abortion?
Situations, it's like, what kind of world are we living in? That they want to have an abortion in
Time frame of when they should do it. I don't think that they should do it like 6 months down the line or anything like that, because there are premature babies that are born and can live a full life from that time frame. So I don't think that's fair.
They're watching a video.
In one word, can you
Okay, now they just watched a video seeing what they do with abortion. Remember, that's their words. So let's see what they say now.
describe your thoughts on what you saw?
disturbing.
Shocking.
Now, can you elaborate?
It's just like, I have a kid, so watching that, like, even though it was animated, it's just the idea of it, like, it makes, like, I already knew, it made me uncomfortable. Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess to elaborate on it, we all have life, and just to see that being done to a form of life or potential life is disturbing. So it is a little shocking and barbaric.
Yeah. Barbaric. Like, yeah. If you don't want to keep the child, follow through with the pregnancy and let the child live. Or adoption is an option. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's. I mean, it's a tough subject, though. It's tough.
It is.
And you mentioned that you also are a mom, like you mentioned while you're watching the video.
Yeah, I had a choice, and I chose life. I have a kid, but I mean, people who aren't ready. I mean, you're never ready. You're not. That's not what. I don't think that's what procreation is about. Being ready. I think it's about creating a journey. So, I mean, whatever excuses there are, there's always there's always another way. So,
Thank you.
I think people should be given a choice to do what they want to do, but at the same time, it's not necessarily the choice I would make. That's why I haven't put myself in that position, but I'm also not in a place of judgment either.
Did you guys learn anything that you didn't know before about abortion?
All those tools that you stick in this stuff, yeah, no, that's about it.
Well, what I said earlier was something about I wasn't educated enough on the fingers and when things like that are formed, but when they were pulling the baby out or the fetus out, suction out, it had its parts and stuff. So now seeing that, I do have a different, I think, opinion on how I would go about that. It's something that I have to research further, definitely.
Do you think these videos should be shown to people, and if so, to whom?
Yeah. This should be part of sex ed. That should be a definite subject that you teach adolescents going into adulthood. That's something that I didn't
I could
get.
agree with that.
When I was growing up, I didn't get that education on the consequences of becoming an adult and being sexually active. And if people start talking about it and getting the information out, it'll help with the situation that's going on now, because it starts here.
Definitely
Good.
all age groups should be address this topic, because it's something that if you are sexually active, it's something that can happen and it's part of the consequences. So I think as much as like there are ads for commercials on condoms and birth control and things of that nature, I think there should also be some sort of way to communicate to the general public about this, just so it's something that isn't as uncommon to discuss. Because when you guys first approached me, there was that moment where I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about that touchy subject, but it shouldn't be something that's touchy. And I'm happy that we did stop to talk, because now it let me think about things differently than from what I was thinking about just initially, even before this interview.
Okay, there you go. That's something right there. Their mind got changed because of the process of the abortion. It's not a pleasant thing. It's not a pleasant thing. Again, protect yourself. Wear protection, women and men, all the time. Wear protection. If you're not having a conversation and you want to have a kid, okay. And it's sad to see sometimes I could show that as well too. There are videos of men who consent, like I said, who consented with the female and said they want to have kids, and then she didn't feel like she was prepared. Okay, I get that. But then he was like, okay, have the child, I'll raise it. You don't have to do another part of it, but they still go and have abortion to kill it. So wait, without the sperm, you can't have the baby, but we don't have no, you say my body, my choice. Okay, but I put my sperm in your body. How about I take care of that? And then it's your body. I'm just saying in that regard, if it's consenting adults that say they want to have a child and they're going towards a child. If it's oops, baby, whatever, dudes, you got to, again, protect yourself. And if you're stupid enough to do that, that's your problem. Protect yourself. Wear a condom. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. You're not just holding having a child. The problem is, though, is the other stuff, the consequences that come with that. So we have that. So I want to play this little video here about this young teenage woman who thought she's going against, there's a pro-lifer, as you would call it, doing a meeting. So they, of course, the pro-choice people went down there. And said, and it's kind of funny when you think about it, pro-life, we know that, pro-choice. And I'm like, wait a minute. So if you're pro-choice, and if they choose not to do it, then why do you care? But, they are some of these same women who think that being a stay-at-home mom is the evilest thing in the world. Again, that's not the way I look at things, but okay. But I just want to play this one for you.
A pro-choicer, here's the video. The most epic beatdown I have ever seen. Young people, I want you to take notes. This lady, young girl, is going to get destroyed because there is no logic in being a pro-choicer, and we're going to find out why. And shout out to the lady for doing the destroying of this leftist ideology as if children do not matter in the womb. Roll the film.
I just want to just want to read you this poster that I have because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception.
It does.
So my poster reads, "Life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies."
Potential babies?
What is it?
What do you mean?
If it's a potential baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus.
Which is a potential baby, which is a baby's what we call human beings that just got born. But let's not let the logic. Whoo!
Is it living?
No.
How can
Yes, it. You know, let me let it go, and I apologize. Let me go, let it go, and I'll come back myself too.
What do you mean?
if it's a potential baby, what is inside of a woman?
It's a fetus.
Is it living?
No.
How can it grow if it's not living?
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
When does the fetus become living?
Phone a friend, girl.
That's
Phone a
actually a
friend.
good question, but that line.
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it. It's living. It's living.
See, look.
Okay, now let's go back a little bit, cause in that.
Phone a friend, girl.
An acorn is
living.
Actually, that's like saying if an acorn is a tree.
No, it's not like saying acorn is a tree. The acorn has the potential to be a tree. And he cuts out a little bit because the true video was, she was like, oh, well, in the right condition, the acorn can't be a tree. There's another part he missed. I'm like, well, the fetus is in the right condition inside of the stomach. So it's going to be a baby. If you put a tree, if you put an acorn in a spot where you get water, sunshine, and spread the seeds, it's going to become a tree. So the heck?
When does the fetus become living?
Which is weird, because a fetus is something that is living. That's weird.
Phone a friend, girl.
That's
Phone a
actually
friend.
good question, but that line.
Yeah, of course, because you don't know it.
Which is true. You don't know it. You do not know it.
It's living. It's living.
See, look at her.
It's living.
She finna phone a friend. She finna take a L.
It is living. The fetus is a living being. Again, my thing again is saying one more time. You want to go do that? Go do what you gotta do. That's not on me. You gonna ask for your sins. But it's a logic that I gotta talk about.
How about you let her speak? You're fundamentally denying science to validate your opinion.
You actively deny science.
How is she actively denying science, you crazy lady?
Ma'am.
How am I denying? What science did I deny, Darby?
Okay, so let's look at some posters over here.
Posters?
NANI?
Posters. You ain't got no facts to. What the hell? Let's look at posters over here. A grown adult, and it was funny on Facebook. Somebody put on Facebook. Shout out to my friend or whatever. They put on Facebook. What are you tired of this week? And I have to admit, people. People. I put people because this is ridiculous what they're saying. But again, let's look at posters. She says posters. Oh my goodness. Okay, lady.
Some posters. Not facts. Let's look at some posters over here. Man, hey, look, parents, don't raise your kids to be like this. Go
Please.
tell her to sit down until she get a good argument.
But
You don't have to be
I
here.
need you to tell me what science. You just made an accusation that I denied science. What science did I deny?
That it's a child inside of you. It is a clump of cells when you
I'm a
have an
clump of
abortion.
cells. What makes me different?
That you were born.
Exactly. Yes, you're getting it. And a child and a couple of cells can turn into a baby, and the baby can turn into a human, into a person when they're born. You just started saying it out at the beginning. It has the potential to be a baby. Exactly.
Oh, she finna lose. She finna
So
lose.
you don't. What you're arguing is that anything that is not born is not valuable of life.
I did not say that.
Oh.
It's
It's subjective. What's
What the fuck?
What are you smoking, crazy women?
subjective. So
Wait. This is why I said y'all crazy. Did she just? Yep. You just. Oh my god. I don't want. Hey, loser guys, seriously, stop impregnating these crazy chicks, please. And hell, they said they're going to abort it anyway, so hell, stop doing that. The heck you coming up in here like that? Red hair, red flags, all that red flags. This is not a dateable chick. Chick needs not to be date. Five facts of I can't read this stuff.
So when does a child or fetus or clump of cells, whatever you want to call it, when does this clump of cells or fetus become living?
This is the biggest argument that they lose to all the time. Keep this in your mind for your arsenal. When does the clump of cells or whatever become living?
When it can sustain.
What? It can't sustain. Wait. Let me let her go before I still gotta say, because she gonna say something really stupid. And think about it. You have an egg. It's living. You have a sperm. It's living. Sperm enters egg, creates, transfers DNA to make a fetus, which is living. Because if you let the fetus keep on going without killing it, it will turn into a baby. It will turn into a child. It will turn into an adult if nobody else stops it from getting where it needs to be.
Its own life.
But when is the sustainability? No, when is sustainability?
Because when a child's born, it's still not sustainable. They're not sustaining own stuff. Oh my God, these people. These children we're raising. Be careful what schools you send your child to, please, because college is messing them up.
21? About like 30 weeks.
Yeah, so okay, so you want me to, so we should wait until 30 to kill them? 21. You have to, so they're gonna be unsustainable until they get there, sweetheart.
Because how do you sustain life? Like my newborns aren't sustainable. You can't just have a newborn and they just live on their own, right?
Right.
They're not sustainable. They need help and assistance to survive.
Yes.
So is a newborn not worthy of life? Is a newborn not worthy of life?
I do have one thing to say to
Oh,
you.
gain on, baby, gain on.
How is it that when my mom was in college 30 years ago, she was protesting the exact same thing that me and these wonderful other women and men.
Okay, they ain't men, one, not at all but wonderful now.
On this side have been protesting. How is it? Why?
Because y'all brainwashed.
And
That's why. You're brainwashed.
yeah.
This is not even a real argument. And probably because your mom was brainwashed, she brainwashed you into believing this.
Why?
Yeah, funny enough, but your mama didn't abort you. You're here taking up space saying all the stuff you're saying right now.
Why are we still protesting? Why are we still having to talk about this issue? It is a basic human right to have an abortion.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Do you know what human rights are? No, it's not. But again, I have no problem with you going and doing it. Just don't do it with my taxpayer money. That's all I care about. And again, the overturning of Roe v. Wade, again, it's all about privacy, which we'll talk about it a little further in the show. But It doesn't stop abortion. You could go to California, you could go to New York, you could go to Chicago, you could go to Washington State, and still get abortions. Nobody's stopping you. That law, the law, if it gets overturned, does not do that. It doesn't.
You have a choice.
The reason we're still having the question is because some people don't want to accept the natural consequences of heterosexual sex and be inconvenienced by another human life, and want to selfishly choose to end human life in order to have their whims met.
There you go. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Is this lady named Kristen Hawkins? If that's her name, she is a rock star. I love how patient she is. Yep. I love how confident she is. These young people don't know what they're talking about. No. It's not about none of the stuff they're saying. 99.9% of these abortions that occur have nothing to do with rape and nothing like that. No. It's people making a decision to have abortions. There are things that occur that I see why people may argue. I don't agree with it, but I see why people may argue if you've been raped, a product of incest, or if you believe that your life is going to be terminated because of a potential baby being born with complications. I can see why. I don't agree with it.
And I don't. You might. Unlike B, I have no problem with that. Again, I have that choice. Do what you got to do. But again, let's just be honest. What you're doing, you're taking a life. Maybe you should not have promiscuous sex all the time, and you wouldn't have to do this.
But I can see why, and that's less than 1%. So the rest of y'all are out here smashing and dashing, and you're using this as birth control,
which is bad.
How do you know, Mr. Tatum? Because I've seen it play out in so many cases. I've heard people talk about it, and I wasn't born yesterday. I know how people act, and people are doing these things because they don't want to be inconvenienced by another life. They want to be able to have fun and do what they want to do, unprotected, and mess with Johnny, Jimmy, and James at the same time. But then when one get pregnant and they don't want it, they terminate it. They wait a little bit, terminate it. They change their mind, terminate it. My personal belief is that life starts at conception. Now, how do we figure out when conception happens? At minimum, at the heartbeat. You say there's a heartbeat. There's no argument that that's another human being inside of you with a heartbeat. Unobstructed will turn into a human being.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish this video with this statement. How in the world was billions of people born on this earth? Because people were pro-life, not pro-choice. They were pro-life. It took people to say, I want that clump of cells to be born billions of times for us to even have a population like we see it today. So don't give me that bull crap. And also, if you're pro-choice, I'm pro-choice too. Your choice was in the bedroom or in the den or in the car, wherever y'all playing at. That was your choice right there, not at the clinic. I'm out.
That is true. I agree with him on that too. So that's that situation. All right. So let's go into my arguments like I was stating before. All right. This is my past video. All right. Of again, it's called. I want to put it in because I don't gotta say nothing. I'm gonna let it play because I'll say stuff after the fact, but this is just something to play. Okay, Project Open Mic, and we be playing this now of when I was we talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And see, this is the forgotten history of Justice Ginsburg, criticism of Roe v. Wade. Let's talk about that. And then we're going to talk about also, again, about why Roe v. Wade should be overturned, because it was not, one, Roe lied, and it was not the reason why abortion was not the main reason why Roe v. Wade was what it was. And also it was unconstitutional because, as Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to tell you, it was not done by the Supreme Court. It was done by a lower Supreme Court, but not by the Supreme Court for federal. So again, you could still have abortion in other states. So just because it's overturned doesn't mean abortion is done. You can have it. But again, let's talk about it.
honored to be here with all of you and with Aryeh as well, and of course with you, Justice Ginsburg. Not long after that, at a conference here in New York City at NYU, which I think Aryeh attended, you criticized the decision in Roe in saying that it was too sweeping at the time. I mean, it is a decision that threw out all the state laws, all the state abortion laws. So that sounds a little paradoxical. On the one hand, you say it's essential to women's life and dignity, and then you criticize the decision. Can you explain for those of us who may be...
First, the judgment. I did not criticize the judgment that the Texas law was unconstitutional. Roe v. Wade was a great starting case because the target was the Texas law, the most extreme law in the nation. No abortion unless it is necessary to save the woman's life. Didn't matter whether she'd been raped.
Put a pin on that point. We're going to come back to that whole point. No matter if it was rape, put a pin on that. Because that's what Roe v. Wade was about. We'll talk about that. Just remember what you just said.
Matter whether her health would be
compromised.
Yes. Yeah. Only life. So that was the most extreme law in the nation. And if the court had said that law is unconstitutional, period, waited for the next case and the next case. I know that a lot of people to this day disagree with me about that. But I think if the court had gone step by step, as we did in the gender equality cases, the court and the public would have reacted in a more positive way than it did. The difficulty with Roe v. Wade, which did make every law in the country unconstitutional, even in the 4 states that had abortion at a woman's choosing in the first trimester,
right,
for whatever reason or no reason.
Right.
So it established a target. Roe v. Wade, that case name is probably the best known case of the second half of the 20th century. And a movement against access to abortion for women grew up, flourished around a single target. And what was that target? It was 9 unelected judges decide this question for the nation. It should be decided by the people's elected representatives, by the members of the state legislature. So the backlash.
And I agree with that too, because it's ridiculous. Again, that's what and we have. And back then we had a little bit of bureaucrats. Now we have a lot of bureaucrats, unelected people who made decisions because what politicians do today is they create a board. President Trump is no different from Obama, Clinton, Bush, ever. They create a board. They're unelected, and they pass laws that's really unconstitutional. All the presidents prior from Trump down backwards have done this. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's stupid. California, right now, they got houses of fire getting burned up. If you want to take the trash off of your house that your land just got burned from the fires, you want to take the trash off and replace it, you have to go through a board to take the trash off your own property. And I mean not trash, your own the debris from the burning. You got to go to the government to take stuff off. Are you kidding me? And we're going to talk about California cesspooling next week. Are you kidding me? You got to go, what? I got to pay a fee for the board to say, well, taking debris from my land that got burned, we're going to give you a permit to do that. I'm paying more. How about, let me get the stuff off before anything. It's just ridiculous. So as she said right there you go. I agree with her on that one. I hate that non-elected people, because by doing that, they don't get the backlash. They're like, oh, well, I did do it, or I didn't do it. It was this board that did it, so they can't vote them out. again, they lie right in plain sight.
I think there might have been a backlash in any case, but I
See?
think it took on steam because Roe v. Wade, unelected Supreme Court judges, that was the problem. And I think if we had gone first to the Texas law and then to another law that had restrictions you could knock out, I might have had a different. I compared it to no-fault divorce.
Which is despicable as well.
Within 10 years, that whole fight was over. It started out in this state, New York. The only ground for divorce was adultery.
Right.
And 10 years later, no fault was well accepted.
Which it shouldn't, because that's kind of messed up. Because again, that one worked. Again, women, yeah, you want equal rights. Kind of messed up that, okay, no fault, mean nothing happened. All right, but then I still should get half of your money, half. No, I'm very against that. That is disrespect. That's despicable. I hate it as much as anything. That's just wrong.
I think of what we were doing is in the 70s, we were having a dialogue with the legislature. So the court made a decision, and then the legislature changed the laws. Perhaps that would have happened.
Right.
Yeah, and right now, all branches are not equal because everyone's fighting for power, and some of the stuff is crazy. Legislator which is Congress and Senate, they ain't doing jack squat. I don't like it. The judicial, I don't like that they get the power to make law like that. That's not how it's supposed to work. And the executive branch, President Trump to Obama, again, all of them with executive orders. I hate that. I don't like when they pass those executive orders. I don't care if it's something good that I like. It's wrong. It should not be doing that way. Okay? All right. So you heard Ginsburg, what she had to say, and my little diatribe in there. Let's go to the part about Roe v. Wade itself. And let's find out why, another reason. Ginsburg gave a lot of reasons why it should be overturned. Well, here's another reason. Again, also why it's overturned, because the case that it was set up on is a falsehood. That's not what it's supposed to be. We put a pin on that thing. I have no problem, though. If I have no problem with a woman having an abortion, if you want to use my taxpayer money, I have no problem. Let me bring up the big screen so people see me. I have no problem that, if the pregnancy was going to go bad and you have to make a choice, my tax money goes towards that mother, no problem. I have no problem. If you got raped, yes, that's messed up. It's kind of messed up. You want a bastard side of somebody rape you. I have no problem with that. But over and over, ABC, NBC, CNN, all those people do the research. Even even the what was Planned Parenthood, which is a way again. Those that wordplay again, that oxymoron nonsense. Planned Parenthood, but you're killing people. How that's Planned Parenthood? That don't make no sense to me. That just don't make no sense to me at all. And this is what was it? The wordplay salad is ridiculous in those regards. Okay, but even at them, only about 90 to 96% of the people who do the. In other words, let's flip it. 5 to 4% of people are the ones who got their whole thing with rape and emergency birth abortions. A small number. So the bigger number of people were just having sex and I don't want a child. Again, that's and again, I'm not against it. You spend your own money on that crap. The 4%, I have no problem you taking my money as a taxpayer and using that. The others, hell no. But as I said again, remember, she talked about the rape and everything. Roe v. Wade. Now, let's play what happened to Miss Roe about that. And listen carefully, please.
Jane Roe's story was a terrible one. She said she had been gang raped, gotten pregnant, was desperate to get an abortion. That's what everyone believed as long as Jane Roe remained anonymous. When she went public, she told a different story.
You were raped while you were in Georgia?
No, I wasn't.
You were not?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, so all those stories that are in the books and so forth are not true?
Yes, sir. Yes.
They're not true.
Right.
And it turned out that lying wasn't the only embarrassment this darling of the pro-choice forces presented. In her personal treatise published last year, Norma McCorvey told the story of her somewhat sordid life. Then she still adamantly supported abortion. Now she adds that to the list of sins she took with her into the baptismal pool.
I've cheated people out of money. I've sold drugs. I was an abusive alcoholic for many, many years. I've done a lot against his teachings. But I think the far greater sin that I did was to be the plaintiff in Roe versus Wade.
Really? Wow. So there you go. Confession for the woman. Again, it was all on base lies. Ruling that affects whatever. Because again, last year in New York, more black babies were aborted than born in 2019. That's crazy. I think you know that's crazy. As a black person, I'm saying that. Check it out. Check out the CDC status of New York with that. Go look. Don't take my word for it. Go look. Google it. Look at it. But here goes another story, and how crazy this is going. And every time, again, all the daggone polls, people who get polled or surveyed say they have no problem. Even Democrats or pro-choice people, again, the pro-abortion people, say, okay, the first trimester, okay, we could work with that. Second and third, oh, that's a little creepy because they hold on, oh, it's a fetus, it's not a baby, it's a baby, it's a fetus. That's what? That's weird. That is weird. The whole fetus baby argument is so stupid, it's ridiculous. Conception and all that crap is weird. But let's put it this way then. Let's put it this way. Here's, Virginia's darling. Here's what he said about, and this is what I said, and this is some of these things in law. No, New York has this law, which is disgusting. Virginia has this law, disgusting. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Let me show you. Ralph Northam. Let's go to Ralph Northam, what he had to say about this crazy stuff. And it is bat as crazy.
So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother. So I think this was really blown out of proportion. So in this particular...
That is really blown out of proportion, Governor. Let's go piece by piece the crap he just said.
For example, if a mother is in labor, I can...
Okay, if a mother's in labor, correct.
I can tell you exactly what would happen.
Okay.
The infant would be delivered.
The infant will be delivered. At that point, it's a baby. Infant will be delivered.
The infant would be kept comfortable.
The baby will be kept comfortable before we have this decision.
The infant would be resuscitated.
So if the infant is going through a problem, they will resuscitate the infant. Listen to all this crap he's saying.
If that's what the mother and the family desired.
And I love how they out mother and family with, oh, how about the parents, the father? No father in this one. Okay, all right.
And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother. So,
and before they kill the baby, there'll be a discussion between infant. Are you kidding me? That's the kind of law you want to pass? And if you're a mother who do it, you should go to hell and deserve to die in there for that late term of abortion. You're a despicable person. You really are. Jeez.
so I think this was really blown out.
How is that really blown out, sir? You tell me how this is blown out. You literally said the most disgusting things. Wow, I'm gonna have the baby. Oh, oh, you're all right. You're calm. You're cool. Oh, you good. I don't want a baby. All right. That is despicable. That's disgusting. That is, you people are such full of crap. Oh, again, there's nothing more I hate than a Republican and a Democrat. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. So, with that said, let's go to another thing that we need to go look for. All right. And there you have it. There's another situation right there. So like I said, I just wanted to replay that was from Project Open Mic episode 15. That is what happened when that was basically when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. And again, there you go. I agree with some of the stuff that she was saying, but let's be what it is. And again, abortion is not that. Go to California. California is literally gonna take taxpayer money to bring people who want to come to California, fly their ticket. Hell, this nonsense. They will buy your ticket, come to California, put you in a hotel, so you could have abortion. What?
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
Exactly. That is crazy. So you can still have abortion if the Roe v. Wade get overturned, and these people don't care. They don't. They do not care. So I just wanted to point that out in that regard. And they talk about Planned Parenthood, right? Okay, Planned Parenthood. All right. Well, let me see here. Give me a second. It's gonna be a little difficult, but I wanna show another video. Let me see if I can bring it up here. So this is, again, a lot of people don't know about this. So I want to bring it up.
I've had people for.
So give me a second. Let me bring it up. Change the media source to. Again, like I said, I'll try to get this. Go through this. Okay. So I want to hear you again. This black people need to understand this. Over 2 million babies have been since the 60s have been aborted, which could have helped the population and helped us move from that stagnant number of between 12 and 15%. We have not moved out of that. Asians has moved. Hispanic has way surpassed us because they're having more kids. But again, like I stated in the video that time, that was back in 2020. In 2019, in New York State itself, there were more black babies aborted than born. That's how crazy that was. But I want to go into a further situation where the pastor going to tell you about, because again, Margaret Sanger was not who made it Planned Parenthood. She was eugenics. She didn't like black people. She said black people were the weeds of this planet. But it's so funny how a lot of these white liberals women always like, yeah, this is what we want, blah, 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 and all this craziness. Really? Where to stand with black people? By killing them? How that makes sense? But like I stated, I'll let the pastor bring up this stuff. Let me see what get to the spot. Okay.
Me, so I could explain either that the interviewer either don't attend church on a regular basis, or as a black minister, would you please explain why you haven't explained to told your congregation of the evils of Planned Parenthood? Everybody's talking about being woke. 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 And you didn't know that Margaret Sanger? You didn't know that Margaret Sanger said this? We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood. Now, this was written in 1939. So how are you going to be woke? How are you going to be a woke church and don't know this? This is old. This is old. You bishops and pastors and leaders out there, if you haven't told your congregation about the #1 killer of African Americans, an organization that kills more African Americans every 2 weeks than the Klan did in its entire history, you are not qualified to use the word woke. For you are the epitome of being asleep. You're asleep at the wheel. Now, Hillary Clinton did, when she received the Margaret Sanger Award, Hillary Clinton did say, I admire Margaret Sanger. Enormously, not a little bit, enormously. That's right. All y'all who are taking pictures, that's fine. Come on, you can get them. She did. These are her words. They're not my words. You know what? I would have never, there's no politician, Republican nor Democrat, see, I'm an independent, no politician would get my vote nor my support if they would have said, I admire Margaret Sanger. The woman who said, our goal is the extermination of the Negro race. What kind of Negro would vote for a woman who would say such a thing? Got to be a dumb Negro to do that. Something wrong with you, Negro.
Get up in the church. Get up in the church.
I admire Margaret Sanger enormously. Her courage, her tenacity, her vision. Kill a Negro. Her vision. Kill the Negro race. Her vision. This is what Hillary said when she got her award. Said Hillary Rodham Clinton, I am really in awe of her. What? What? I am really in awe of her. There is a lot of lessons we can learn from her. And you know what they are? Kill a Negro. There's a lesson. Kill the Negro population. Now how, with all of this, we hate Donald Trump. Trump didn't say that.
Thank you.
And Trump didn't say this. Now, right quick, because I got to preach. I'm not going to preach about this, but people want to know. People want to know. Now, what did the governor say? What did the lieutenant governor? I'm prophesying. What did the lieutenant governor say? Here's what these were. Now, this is a direct quote. There is no doubt that when Planned Parenthood was created, it was created to destroy the entire black race. Now, that's what Margaret Sanger just said.
Yes, she did.
All right, now the lieutenant governor said what Margaret Sanger said. He didn't make up anything. He said what Margaret said. All right? And he said that was the purpose of Planned Parenthood. That's what Margaret said. This is what Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest said here. This is what Margaret said in 39. That's not just some talk. I'm going back to the quote. On the side, that was the purpose when that organization was created. And he went on to say, I'm quoting him, the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Forrest, how the black community can't come together and see that and understand that and fight against it, I don't know. He added, and how the white community can't come together and see that and fight against it? I don't know either.
Exactly.
Now, will somebody tell me, where's the controversy in that statement? Now, let's be fair, because the lieutenant governor was being quite generous, because the main people who fight for life in this country, the main people who fight for the lives of the unborn in this country, the main people who march for the lives of the unborn in this country, even though it doesn't disproportionately affect their race. It affects their race, but it doesn't disproportionately affect their race. The main people who fight for the life of the unborn are white people. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. This is upper room. This is upper room, baby. This is honest church. You should hear the things that you have to contend with when you're trying to get the average African-American preacher to just come to the clinic and see what's going on. Where are the other issues? Not if you don't get born.
Yeah, good one. Yep.
Everything starts with birth. So it was Sanger's visit. So the NAACP.
I'll leave it at that because it goes into the other thing, and I don't, but I'm just going to keep to the issue at hand. Okay? The issue at hand. Now, I want to play a little bit again. I tell you, the most racist, craziest people out there are white leftist women. As you saw how that lady made that the college girl look stupid. So we're gonna be playing. Let's play a little bit of that because that needs to be talked about.
Social media platforms.
Oops, give me a second. I have the wrong one. Here's the craziness of these people. Okay, this is what people listen to me. Get the hell off of TikTok. One, China's basically looking. They already said that they take your biometrics, they take all the stuff from your phone, so they can access your phone anytime they want. And again, they can access your bank account and stuff because a lot of people do a lot of online banking to their phone. Yeah. Where's my money? TikTok is owned by China. Get off of it. But here's TikTok. Aborted babies being burned and used for electricity.
What the fuck?
See how crazy these people are. And most of these people are the uneffables. That's what I'm gonna call them, the uneffables. Be careful because you don't want to mess with the uneffables. Let's listen to the ingenious thinking of this. You would think aborted babies being burned and used for energy. No, they're not, and that's despicable. But no, they're not. But let's hear the moronic people say.
Electricity?
I hope they are.
Jesus, I am so fucking tired of seeing this. You know what? I fucking hope so.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
It's so funny how a lot of these people try to be like, oh, I'm unique. I'm on my own, but you do exactly everything for people who do the exact same thing as you. You do exactly the same thing. You're no different. You don't change. You're not individual. You're a tribalist, which is, again, that's how it works out. I'm more individual than most of these people here. But that's crazy. And I apologize. I'm going to be cursing here. I forgot to say that. Other than my clip I always play, but yeah.
You know what? I fucking hope so. I hope so.
I sure hope so.
I don't know. I hope so.
NANI?
What the hell is that?
Oh God.
Oh my goodness, what the hell is that?
I hope so. I can just imagine the fucking snowflake.
You know what's funny? I see what I'm saying? All that with their all the extra piercings and everything else. The tribe. I stand out. I'm different. From what? All the other people who do exactly the same thing you do?
Thanks with that one.
Oh no,
I just eat mine straight from the can.
I don't think we should be asking, are they being burned and used for electricity? I think we should be asking, why aren't they being burned and used for electricity?
I wish they did that to you.
Reuse, recycle, and burn them.
Ooh, so
Holy Jesus. What is that?
What was that?
The fuck is that?
sustainable energy. I love the advocacy. We should try it if we.
Okay, how about you go ahead, find whatever guy you can to have sex with you, and you do that. Do
We
it.
have it. Portable charger. Give me your feet.
Fuck.
Ooh, what?
This abortion law goes beyond a woman's issue, and it goes beyond anything you could ever imagine. The societal implications of this are going to be insane.
No, it ain't.
The amount of just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body.
Stop having sex then.
And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society.
No, we are not. And again, it's been overturned. You could still have abortion. Fly to California. Fly to New York. Fly. Hey, I can't do Virginia now because it's a red state. But go to Oregon. Go to Washington, the state. You can still have abortions there.
Here.
All of you women who sat home, all you young girls, adults over 18 years old who did not go out and vote.
What the hell are you talking about? They voted.
Who did not think that you need to protect your womb.
How do we get this? Is again, the logic is so misformed, and you want to know why a lot of men are not dating a lot of women no more. So whatever that is.
We're now back in the dark ages.
No, you're not. Stop.
Brace yourselves, ladies. I'm with you.
You with? Do you have a child?
My heart is just broken.
From what? You still can have abortion.
I don't understand why this country hates women so much.
What the fuck? You guys are the most privileged women on this flipping planet, and you're saying you hate women? Okay, take yourself to some nations in Africa or in the Middle East. Hell, China. Try that. Go. See how that works out for you. And then come back and tell me how privileged you are. Let's go to Afghanistan, where now women could have walked down and go to school and everything. After Biden pulled out, let's see what those women. Oh, they're getting their nails pulled out. They're getting abused. They're getting all kind of stuff now. You're not doing that. That's not happening in this country. You crazy lady.
I just don't understand it. We'll get through this. We'll
get through what?
Figure out a way.
Okay, what the heck is that?
No more joking about.
Again, you sad men, stop having sex with these crazy ladies, please.
It being.
That's why when some of these people who don't have, these are the same people who become teachers and try to indoctrinate your kids.
A Handmaid's Tale, it will be.
It's not a Handmaid's Tale. Stop it. You don't even know what a Handmaid's Tale really is about. Y'all just listen to watch
we
the
can
TV
talk
show.
about those reactions and the overturning. You're going to be so dumb to spew a hot take without critically thinking that, hey, maybe this is wrong. Maybe this is stupid. Maybe I shouldn't be tweeting this out into a public that is known for swarming people for saying stupid shit. Maybe I should fact check this. Maybe I should get somebody to proofread this. Then hello, you are a dumb human being. I have told you all before that these weird white liberal women will do everything to pretend like they care about the cause, but they will say or do something that is absolutely stupid. And my evidence of this is, and I quote, I do wonder how these white supremacist lawmakers would feel if their little white daughters were raped and impregnated by black men.
Whoa. Oh no. You can't be that stupid and that racist. I do wonder if these white supremacist lawmakers will feel when their white daughters get raped by and impregnated by a black man. How racist are you? Holy crap. That's what I said. White leftist women are nut jobs. And they have, and of course, because they're females, you can't criticize them. But I'm sorry, I gotta criticize them because that is crazy to say. That is racist as hell to say that.
Not a black man, singular, but black men, as in plural. First of all, I don't know why you want to have a hot take like that. I don't know why, when it comes to pregnancy, sex, abortion, and the choice, you want to single out black men and white lawmakers as to say, oh, you evil crustacean lawmaker that has that javelin in your hand and you make laws that infringe upon the rights of women. What if you had a daughter and that daughter was raped by black men? Like, why? Why were you so brain dead to think that's obviously something I should be tweeting right now? And you know how I know this person didn't think this through? Is because after tweeting this at about 10 o'clock at night, they delete that and their Twitter, because of course, criticism to a woman, you can't do that. You can't criticize a woman even when it's justified in her saying black men. What if you were rich? I can't keep it straight. I can't.
This is
because
crazy.
Why are you that damn stupid?
I leave it. This is Rowan Leon. I just let it go because it's so stupid. If these are the allies, I don't want them. And again, these are the same snowflake who are scared because Elon Musk is bought over Twitter, as going into now in the Twitter part, and they're acting like little crazy. Let me let this go through.
Social media platforms were once free and open spaces for boring left-wing tattletales to snitch on people for posting things they didn't like. Jack! He's being bad!
We'll delete him right away.
Sad. But now, this website, which once provided a space for lame journalists to get people banned anytime they cried.
It's true, and the thing about it I don't like is, again, journalists does this. It's crazy. And again, let me put this out again. 10%, there's 22 million congruent users of Twitter in America. All right, 10% is the nut jobs who say what they gotta say. Twitter is a cesspool. That's why I'm not on there. How do 10% of 22 million in a country of 340 million got that much power? Just like they said with the same thing with the whole all LGBTQ, all the other stuff like that. Again, if you want to have sex with a man, go right ahead. You're a grown adult. You want to have sex with a woman, and you go ahead and write an adult. I'm not doing the pronoun thing because it's stupid and we don't speak that way. But you want to do that, whatever. You want to transgender as a man into a woman, go right ahead. You're 18 years old, do that. Or vice versa, woman to a man, go ahead. You're 18 years old. You're a certain adult. You take your hard-earned money and do that. You want to have an abortion? Take your hard-earned money and do that. But don't ask other people to do the crap for you. Buck up, man. Be strong. Be a strong woman, man or woman, whatever. And do you with your money, not with everybody else's money.
Is under threat. Ban! I don't like him! Ban! No. Now, all that internet tattletales have left is every other social media platform. It's not enough. That's why we're developing Snitcher. He said a bad thing. Consider him banned. At Snitcher, we'll literally ban anyone that any whiny, boring journalist doesn't like. In fact, our revolutionary new platform will be the first to have a delete button for other people's posts. And Snitcher is open to conservatives as well. We're allowing users to set up their account in right-wing mode for an experience tailored to their worldview.
Right-wing mode will forward all of your posts to your employer along with a formal letter of complaint.
Snitcher, social media as it was intended to run.
Are we surprised by most of this stuff? No. Not surprised at all. And like I said before, Roe v. Wade getting overturned. It was. Again, I'll state it for the last time before we end this show with a little bit of humor in a way. It was Roe lied. It was all about privacy, as Ruth Ginsburg said. It was voted on by bureaucratical judges that was not elected. Again, unconstitutional. It was all about privacy, doctor-patient privacy. It was not about abortion. That's another thing. Roe lied. Roe, who's the main person who did this, lied about the rapes. That's why that's why it's a false claim to make a law on that. And last but not least, if it gets overturned, what that means is you kick it back down to the state. So if you're in a state that has abortion, you can still have abortion. Don't listen to Whoopi and all the other idiots about, we got women out there who are going to, like, women were not in the bathroom. She was like, you stepping over women who are having abortions in the bathroom or in alleys and stuff like that. That won't happen. Okay? There won't women are doing that. That's like a small thing in life. And if you do that, you need mental help. Please go seek a therapist or psychiatric ward. Because if you're gonna do that, whatever, and men, okay, stop having most of the women mostly women who are the uneffables, like I said, 1 and 2. Wrap it up, and ladies, you have 30 flavors of birth control. You even have the after morning pill that, oh my goodness, something happened. You could take plan B and that could take you away. You have many ways to do it before you have abortion. But again, I'm not stopping you from having it, whatever. It's just that I just don't want my taxpayer money to go towards it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So again, it was a false case by unelected bureaucrats. It was not the Supreme Court of the land, like the Supreme Court, federal Supreme Court. And even if the Supreme Court overturn it, you can still have it's kicking back down to the states, and the states can still choose if you want to have abortion or not. Hell, the whole gay marriage thing should be the exact same thing too, because 32 states before they pass it the federal, which is there's a lot of land, so I'm not there, but it should be better because again, the federal 32 states put it to a vote. Even California twice put it to a vote about the gay marriage thing. It didn't pass. So the people didn't vote for it. It didn't pass. But again, and I don't, as I said before, I don't care. You want to marry a dog? Go right ahead. That's not my business. What you do in your house and that, as long as you ain't hurting or killing nobody, I don't care. But let's be honest about some of the things that these laws, okay? That's all I'm saying. Just ridiculous. That's what I said. These are the same people who says that therefore you're right and stuff like that. Again, this hurts black people more, but nobody want to talk about that, so I leave that alone. And you saw it right there. Women who were poor, or who didn't know about stuff, saw what happened in an abortion, seen the video, and they're like, yeah, that's how you do it? That's how they do abortion? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So it was a privacy issue. That's what they voted on, not abortion, and that's what it should have been. And again, I agree with that it should be a privacy thing between the doctors, whatever. But if you're not a lying woman like Roe was, then this issue should not be a big problem. Okay? Not at all. So right now we have about 42,762 in here. Thank you guys up there. I might I'll get to tomorrow because it's getting late and I started late, so I apologize for that. So that will be I'll basically, I don't know if the guys want to jump in, but I want to talk about, I do want to give you guys your thing. So I'm gonna save some of the comments on this video that I have from the chats and stuff and answer tomorrow, because I just, yeah, I wanted to do that all together, but I started later than I wanted to. Okay, but let's end on this note. So everybody knows about Will Smith. If you've seen the video, I'm not gonna play this all stuff, but with the Will Smith stuff, we're both with Dave Chappelle. They said the Will Smith effect showed that because Will Smith got away with basically without no repercussions really, and all that stuff like that. This is gonna make comedians more. You gotta watch out for telling jokes that are not telling jokes that offend people. Okay. Now, just like the Mike Tyson thing, right? It's like the Mike Tyson thing. You should be careful what you do. I'm sorry. Dave Chappelle was at a Hollywood Bowl and he was doing a comedy show. And in the comedy show, he was attacked by this crazy person. There's no offense about this crazy person, guy who you know has issues and got black fingernails and all this stuff, and they think it's because Dave made jokes about trans stuff, whatever. It was jokes. And again, it's funny again. Remember, in the last special, Dave talked about his friend who was a transgender being forced to suicide because of the same advocates who wanted her to die because of what she made, a comedy joke she was making. Make that make sense. The same people who say, "Oh, they should be canceled," the same people who forced his friend to kill herself. You people are nuts. That's why I don't like Twitter. That's why I say stay the hell off of Twitter. But anyway, the guy didn't get a good tackle on Dave, which is blessing, and he had a weapon. I had kind of like a knife out of it. Thank God they didn't cut Dave. Dave didn't do nothing. But I'm sorry, you play stupid games, you win a surprise. And you know what prize he win, kids? He won an ultimate ass whooping. Exactly. Sorry, dude. That's what you get. What the hell was wrong with you? It's the same thing with T.I. At the video I showed where T.I. was messing with that girl, but now he's like, stop. If you don't like the jokes, okay, people could crack jokes about me. I'm like, you know what, that was funny. Oh, that wasn't funny. I can understand that. But no. Don't be attacking people. And now you saw what he got. He got his ass whooped. He got a broken arm out of it. That's great. That's what you get. All right? Sorry. I mean, Jamie Foxx, and it was funny that Chris Rock was there too. Chris Rock came out and said, "Was that Will Smith?" That was messed up. Will, sorry, you gonna live. You messed up your life after this right now. Seek professional help. That's all I can tell you. I know you said you don't want to divorce Jada. Okay, that's your decision to go. But still, you need a break from her, and you need to have a therapy session, multiples. Okay, because she does not respect you, man. She does not. And that is manipulating you too much, okay? But this is a crazy thing. Now, say that this was like a person gonna go attack Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan knows how to fight, so you might get your butt handed to you there too. And I think again, this should be what it is. The consequences, okay, dude. You went up there, you got your butt handed to you. Sorry, and then he was getting charged with a daily advice. That's why, like the guy with Mike Tyson, yeah. Stop messing with people. Why would you mess with a man, Mike Tyson, who is a very strong and was one of the greatest boxers in the world, and you gonna go mess with Mike Tyson? Dude, you were stupid. Play a stupid game, win a stupid prize, and he won the jackpot in that one. You look, he didn't kill you. Like I said, you saw his face. Mike Tyson was punching him. His face was bloody and bruised as hell. Just like the guy who at the Dave Chappelle, you could tell which side he was getting the beat on and which side he was down against the floor. But you don't get no sympathy because you try to run up on the stage with a. How the hell he get into the daggone place with that? That's what I want to know. And why would you spend that much money on a ticket then rush? What in the world? And y'all people saying he should have got hurt because he does jokes against transgender. Back in the day, that's what it was to be. It's like, oh man, you crack a joke against a guy who's short, who's black, whatever. Everyone's like, I'm a part of the family. It's jokes. You crack jokes. Why would I get offended because of jokes? Words does not harm me. That's what I'm laughing at that lifestyle. Oh, 60 stones coming words would never harm me. Like, I don't care. Call me the end of the world, crack the jokes, whatever. I got bad teeth, bad skin. Say all you want. I don't, if it's a good joke, hell, I'll laugh with you if you say a good joke. But I'm not playing that world with y'all. Seriously. I'm not. It's stupid. So you guys go ahead and live your life like that. All right? I'm not. Okay? So guys out there, I hope that you guys enjoy the show. Share the video with your friends. Again, we are on multiple platforms. We are on Nico. The breakdown basically is because Nico basically takes care of Japan in most cases. Sometimes Tempo FM is that as well too. Most of Europe is Tempo FM. You now is Eastern Europe, and Tempo FM is like regular Europe. Of course, you have Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor. Again, right in the description is a link tree. You catch us on YouTube. You catch us on Facebook. We have multiple places that and Twitch TV. All this come together. But thank y'all again, as usual, for giving me your time, your mind, your eyes, your ears. Again, let people know. Take this video and share it. Let people know. Yeah, the truth about it is, Roe v. Wade was, as I say, all the stuff I claim. Again, I'll say it for the last time. The person who it was lied on the stand, and that didn't happen. 2, it was about privacy, not abortion. 3, it was unelected judges that's not how it was. That's unconstitutional. 4, even if it gets overturned, you can still have abortion. It just kicked the overturn does is kick it back down to the states. So if you're in a state that doesn't allow abortion, go to a state that does allow abortion if you're that. Now me, again, I don't care. I am not for abortion, but you know what? If you want to do that with your own money and do that, go right ahead. It's your money, your life. You answer for your sins. I'm not doing that. But I hate that my money got to go towards doing that, okay? And you saw in the earlier part of the video, women who said that at first, and then once they saw how abortion really happens, they're like, oh, wow, yeah, they changed their mind. Look and see how really it is. Planned Parenthood was set up by a racist white woman who said Negroes are like weeds and they should not be part of the world, okay? That's why I play the pastor saying what they gotta say there, okay? Share the video, guys. Help people out there understand that. Again, tomorrow inside chat, I'm gonna keep up with the chat and see what you guys was talking about. I saw some people read some of the chats and some people disagreed again, and I'll talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Okay? And I would have the guys on to talk about this. I would love to have Asa to do it, but she might be too tired because she works. But yeah, I'd love to talk about this. So that said, guys, enjoy your night, enjoy your weekend. Funny enough, we thought abortion before Mother's Day. How crazy is that notion? Ugh. Again, not all mothers are mothers. Okay, some of y'all are egg donors, just like some fathers are sperm donors. They're egg donors too. But for the real mothers out there who do their job and do their daggone thing, I want to wish you guys a happy Mother's Day. You guys you guys work hard to raise a lot of these kids. Some of y'all did a horrible job raising some of these kids. That's why we gave some of these leftist crazy people. But you still raise them. Thank you for doing that. You should enjoy your day respectfully to what it is. Again, I'm not talking about the mother, the egg donors. Those are not mothers. No. But Happy Mother's Day. Hope you enjoy it. Hope your family celebrates you for being the matriarch of your family and being, being well. Like I said, my grandmother next year is going to turn 90. Next week is going to turn 95. But I'm going to wish, and like I said, my best Mother's Day was last year when I had my grandmother and my mother in my little bowl. We went strawberry picking. I cooked up dinner for them, breakfast for them, everything. That was my best Mother's Day I had ever. This year I want to spend it with my girlfriend and her mother and sisters and stuff who are mothers as well too. So again, have a happy Mother's Day to everybody out there who are true mothers, okay? Enjoy it, your day, be treated as best as you can. And remember out there, evil comes in all shapes, sizes, creed, color, sex, height, gender, nationality, religion. Evil's evil. Remember, people are stupid. Individuals are smart. Be that smart individual. Share this video if people don't understand what we're talking about. Peace out.